Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Derek. Today, I'm going to go over a video on how I'm adjusting this weekend during my cut when it comes to alcohol. This week, been doing really good for my cut. Posted that before and how before I was at that 161.6 mark when I first started last week. I really wasn't worried about the weight, but it was more of a getting stuff together, realizing what I have to do and what I have to adjust for. This week, been on point, steps really high, workouts were awesome, and I was able to drop down to that 160 mark for 2 days. Okay, so that is a new low, and so I'm definitely making progress as I start going through here. Well, this weekend, I'm going to end up going up north with one of my friends. I haven't seen him in 3 months since the quarantine happened. And so I expect that there's going to be alcohol involved. Now, alcohol is not really a big thing for me, so I don't really put it into my plan that many times. But it's a great opportunity for me to sort of explain how you can end up adjusting for alcohol when you're still trying to make a cut. Now, there's a little bit of caveat with that on very similar to the post that I made today, which is, maintaining or drinking alcohol all the time. That's basically maintaining. That's your choice. We want to live our lives, stuff like that. If you want to lose weight, well, there has to be some sort of sacrifice. Okay, you can't have both. It's one or the other that you want to do, and sort of make that compromise. All right, but if we want to fit into our day or into our plan every once in a while, there's a couple ways to go about it. Just like any nutrition plan, one of these, it's not the exact way to go about it. So it's whatever you can sort of get your mind around and accept that it's part of your plan. But I'm going to explain a little bit of all of these, and I'll sort of explain what I'm going to do. And then I'm also going to explain the mindset that you should have while you're doing this, and the outcome that's going to end up happening and why. All right. As you're watching this, if you have any questions, feel free to post in here, and I'll end up answering them as you go, even if you're watching this video later on. So, not really going to go into all the ins and outs of alcohol, the calories involved, and stuff like that. But first is going to end up being the macros approach. If you are a macros junkie, you love numbers, you love spreadsheets, stuff like that, it's how you stay on track, and you're completely fine with it. Awesome. This is a great way to do this. It's sort of just planning and putting it in, and then adjusting the rest of your day like you would do like going out to eat. But basically what you're going to end up doing, there's 1 gram of carbs, or 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. What you're going to end up doing is you're going to take the alcoholic drink, and dividing it by that number. Okay, so if your drink is 200 calories, you're going to divide it by whatever you want to use. Okay, so you're going to use this as part of your fats, okay, or your carbs. Most people generally, it's going to end up being that carb range, because you can have a lot of carbs as you're doing this. All right, but you can choose whatever one you want. Maybe you have a lot of fats in your diet or anything like that. You want to choose it there, or vice versa. But that's how I would do that. All right, so if I'm going to have 6 drinks, I'm going to put them all in there. How many calories does that equal? Divide that out, and I'm going to take away from my carbs or fats. You see how this becomes a little bit harder if you're on a really strict diet, like 1,200 calories, and you're getting 100 calories of carbs, and you're still trying to drink. All right, this is where it becomes really hard to sustain this, because now you're not eating basically any food, and that's going to be an issue. All right, so that's going to be a thing right there. Number 2, another way it would be just to sort of have your drinks, but make sure that you are in control. All right, this would be getting your veggies, getting the protein in that day, fill up so you're not really worried about the bar food or anything like that. And the next step would be watch the crappy food. All right, most times when people drink, your inhibitions go out the window. We start eating all the crappy food around us, and now we are overeating, and the alcohol is not even the biggest thing. It's all the other food. Okay, a lot of carbs, a lot of fats, dips, stuff like that. All right, drink your water. If you can, try and get a workout. And then watch the high calorie drinks, like the beers, like the, mixers, stuff like that. Try and go with stuff that's a little bit lower calorie. Myself, I always have club soda, and like limes and vodka. All right, very, very low calorie. It's something I still can be able to handle. Number 3, plan ahead. This is sort of the trick or the thing that I ended up doing. I assumed I was going to drink and eat or go a little bit higher calories on the weekend. I had my allotted macros and calories that I'm going to talk about next week, but I assumed I was going to be higher. So instead of being at a normal rate throughout the entire week with my calories, I decided to have a lot of low calorie days. And again, my training took a shit and I felt like crap, especially today. But I had low calorie days throughout the week, and that allotted for some on the weekends. So I have a little bit more room. Now, that's a good way to go about it, but it shouldn't turn into a habit of, I'm going to binge and then restrict. I went way overboard and then I restricted. If you don't have a handle on what's going on, that is not necessarily a good one to go about. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I have control of my food. I don't have any emotional eating or anything like that. So I decided to do that. If you still want to put in that plan, you can sort of combine both of these. If you're new to this and you just want to have a little bit of control, this might be good right here. Watching the crappy foods, getting more on the veggie side and the protein side throughout the day, so you still get that good stuff, and then watch the calorie drinks. Now, whatever you choose to do, it doesn't matter if you are 100% on point here. More than likely, your weight is going to go up regardless of what you do, even if you're on point or anything like that. Alcohol affects your body negatively. It is a toxin. The body tries to get the toxin out, and that's really the only thing it really cares about. Okay? So fat loss stops, testosterone production stops. Literally everything stops with while it's trying to get rid of that toxin. That's one of the reasons why we have to watch that crappy food, because everything is going to get stored as fat. So with that, you become bloated a lot of times. That first day, what you might end up doing is you're a little bit dehydrated, so you might actually be a little bit lower that first day, but then in the next couple of days, your weight's going to go up. Usually that's the end of how you go is day after, all right, my weight's down, and then this day and this day, my weight goes up. And then on this day, it starts coming back down again. That's usually how it ends up going. So regardless of what you do, expect this. You made a choice. It's what's going to happen. So you shouldn't be shocked when your weight goes up. All you have to do is just get right back onto it, though. All right. So that is the last little point. Get back on it. If you're planning on doing this weekend, one of the things that you could do to sort of get your mind around it is do one of these things. And then if you track your weight to see the average and see what happens, don't track it until Wednesday. Okay, it depends on when you drink, obviously, but you'll probably be heavier that Tuesday or that Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, it'll start coming down, and you'll feel a lot better than that. Maybe even Thursday. It really depends. Everyone's a little bit different. All right. I'm still going to be showing off what ends up happening. I assume if I'm 160 today, I assume I'll be up that 162 mark, which was what my highest was a little bit. And then I'll come back down probably around that 161. And then around Thursday or Friday, I'll probably be down back to normal. All right. So this is how you sort of fit that into your day or into your plan. Again, realize this is not really a big issue for me. It's something that once in a while happens. As I get deeper and deeper into the diet, I'm not going to be able to do this again. Okay. But I also know that. All right. You can still put this as part of your day. At best, I would say 1 day a week if you're still trying to lose weight, assuming everything else is on point throughout the week. If you're trying to maintain, hey, awesome. 2 to 3, stuff like that. If you don't watch it, you can easily start gaining during this phase 2, which is what not a lot of people want to do. All right. If you have any questions or comments, or you have any suggestions or stuff like that, feel free to post below. Other than that, I'll check in and see what's going on as we start going on to the next week. Talk to you guys soon.